All right, so I need to continue. They could just fall in after. This example, they want you to write the equation of the circle in standard form with the center 1, 2. Remember the coordinates is in the form x, y, x, y. So they told us that the center is 1, 2, and the radius is 3. And they want it in the form x plus h squared plus y plus k squared is equal to r squared. That's the standard form. The standard form I told you that you'd see in past papers and all that. Let's erase that. First thing you want to do, you want to identify h and k. So like I said, let me draw the circle for you to show you what that would look like. So say this is my circle. This is my circle. This is my center. The center of my circle. And it has the coordinates. They told us 1, 2. So 1, 2. And then they told us that the radius, I'll put that in blue, is 3. So the length of this radius is 3. So that's a 3. Right. So that's what this circle looks like. So the center of the circle, when using this form, the two positives, the center of the circle is minus h minus k. Let me go to the board to show you this. I don't want to confuse anybody. So this is my circle. Center. So yes. Let me write that. So they told us that the center of the circle, so this point right here, has the coordinate 1, 2. And then they told us that the radius has a length of 3. This is the standard form that you would see in past papers and in your syllabus. X plus h squared. Hold on, yeah. Good afternoon. You can see that. Sorry. X plus h squared plus, in brackets, y plus k squared is equal to r squared. When you see this form, so you would always see this form because this is what is in your past paper. The center has the coordinates minus h minus k. Always remember that. The center has the coordinates minus h minus k. What does that mean? Tell me if I'm going too fast, because I don't want to lose anybody here. What does that mean? We're looking up here now. If I have the point, if they told me the center is 1, 2, which is in the form let me use red for this, so you always remember it, which is in the form minus h minus k. What does that mean? That means that 1 is minus h. Remember the first step we want to do? I'm just remind you what the first step is. We want h and we want k, not minus h and not minus k. We want h and k. So in this case, 1 is minus h. So I would put minus h is equal to 1. So if minus h is equal to 1, what is h equal to? Anybody? Tell me if I lost you. Huh?
-1.
-1. Good job. And if 2 is minus k, so we're looking down here and oh my, what happened to that line? Minus k is equal to 2. If minus k is equal to 2, what's the value of k?
-2.
-2. So we're good with that, right? I really hope I didn't confuse. Every time you see this, the center, so plus and plus, the center is -h minus k. But that's not what we want. We want h k. So if -h is equal to 1 in this case, that means that h has to be equal to -1. And if 2 is minus k, that means k is -2. K. And that's what I have here. H is -1 and k is -2. Next thing you want to do, identify the radius. So they already gave you the radius is 3. Last step, use the values to write the equation in the form x plus h squared plus y plus k squared is equal to r squared. This is the standard form. So all you have to do now is sub in the values. We found out that h is equal to -1, k is equal to -2, r is equal to 3. This is the standard form that you would see on your papers. X plus h squared plus y plus k squared is equal to r squared. And I just want to sum in my values. So I put back the brackets. X is equal x plus h, and we know h is -1, so that becomes x minus 1, x minus 1 squared, plus, in brackets, I have y, k is -2. So that's y minus 2 squared is equal to r squared. And we know r is 3, so 3 squared. And that's why my final answer is this. X minus 1 squared plus y minus 2 squared is equal to 9. That's if they wanted me to write it in the standard form. We good with that?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Good. Okay. That's a lot today. I only showed you the other way to make sure you understand what's going on too. And then I showed you this way. All right. Let's do another one. If I tell you my center is 3, 2, and my radius is equal to 4. And I want you to write it in the standard form. So x plus h squared plus y plus k squared is equal to r squared. So I want you to try this. I'll write these steps to the side here to guide you, but I want you to try it by yourself. I want you to write it in this form. When you finish, let me know.
Miss, your mic off if you're talking.
No, I'm not talking. I wanted you to try this question by yourself and write it in this form. I already steps here to remind you. I want you to try by yourself and try to get this. Try to put it in the standard form. And when you finish, let me know. Anybody finish?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
All right. So we'll go through it now. Hold on. All right. They told us that the center, so just looking at this down here, the center, 3, 2. Remember, this is the formal coordinate x, y. Nice. So first we want to identify h and k, or h and k values. We know that this center is in the form, hold on, let me use red. We're using red for all the things you need to remember. So minus h, comma, minus k. So we know that the center is in this form. This coordinate here is in this form, minus h, comma, minus k. And we want to identify our h and k values.
H is 3, K is 2.
Wait, repeat.
H is 3 and K is 2.
You sure about that?
Well, it'll be -3 and -2.
Minus h is 3, but we don't want minus h. What we're trying to find is h by itself. We just want h. We don't want minus h. Therefore, h has to be equal to -3. Next one. 2 is minus k. Minus k is equal to 2, but we don't want minus k. What we're trying to find is the value for k by itself. Therefore, k has to be equal to -2. Everybody got that?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
All right. Are you erasing this, huh? I need some space. Erasing this. And if you need it, you could like you see how I have a small sketch right there? You could do that if you want to. If you think it will help you understand. It's not like they will take off marks or anything for that. So the next step, identify your radius. They already told us that the radius is 4, so no need for that. Third and final step. You want to write, so it's in the form, the standard form, x plus a squared plus y plus k squared is equal to r squared. So all you have to do is substitute your values now. Let me use a different color. Actually, no. Let me just use this. So look in here, we just substituting our values. Let me remind you what the other values were. We found out that h is equal to -3 and k is equal to -2, and we have that r is equal to 4. Okay, so right. So all we have to do is substitute the values. In brackets, x, h is -3, so we put -3 squared plus y, k is -2, so -2 squared is equal to r squared. We know that r is 4, so that's 4 squared. So that's why our answer is x minus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared is equal to 60. Because 4 squared is 60. And that's why this is our answer. Everybody understands how we got this, right?
Yes, miss.
Okay,
Yes,
can I have
miss.
one more person? Okay, nice.
Yes, miss.
Let's see some more questions. I want you to try this question for me. Number 2. So find the equation of the circle. We're still doing the standard form. Remember the standard form. X plus b squared plus y plus k squared is equal to r squared. They gave you the center, minus 3, 4, and we gave you the diameter. So I just want you to try it and let me know when you finish. If you want to, you could probably message me your answer. But just let me know when you finish. Anybody finish? Okay, so I'm going to continue now. But if you need more time, just let me know. Okay. First thing we want to do, identify the h and k values. So they told us our center is minus 3, 4. But we know that this is in the form. Let me put a little arrow. This is in the form. My center is in the form minus h minus k. But we don't want minus h and minus k. We want h and we want k. So what we do now, we say that minus 3 is equal to minus h. So let me just write here, minus h is equal to minus 3. Therefore, what's the value of h? Anybody?
3.
3. Good job. Oh no. Good job. That's h. And could anybody tell me what they got for the value of k?
-4.
-4. Good job. Therefore, k is equal to -4. So everybody got that? So far?
Yes, miss.
Alright. Can anybody tell me what they got for the radius? That's the second step to identify your radius. So could anybody tell me what you got?
Radius is 4.
It's 4. Okay, now you just put h is equal to 3 and 4 is equal to -4. If anybody doesn't know how we got 4, this is why. Radius, that's radius, is equal to diameter, so just gonna put dia over 2. So the diameter divided by 2. They told us here that the diameter is 8. So 8 on 2, which is equal to 4. So everybody good now? So now we got 4. Yeah, no? Everybody got 4? Yes? No? Okay, let me just.
Yes, miss.
Okay, now can anybody tell me what they got for the final answer? The final answer. Anybody? Nobody? Somebody? What's your final answer?
X plus 3 squared plus y minus 4 squared
Oh, sure.
equals 16.
Good job. Squared. 4 squared is equal to 16. Everybody got this? Yes, no, you finish. You didn't get it, but you understand now. Let me know. Oh my. Okay. Try this one now. Let me know when you finish.
Miss, you muted.
I know, just waiting for when you tell me you finish. Anybody got values for the center and the radius?
Miss, the center is 5, -5 and 1.
So this is what you have for center. This is what you have? Yeah? No?
Yeah,
This
miss,
is what you
-5 and 1, and the radius will be 25.
have? Right. Anybody else got these answers?
Miss, for the final answer,
Mm-hmm.
I got the center was 5, -1, and the radius was 5.
5, -1, and we have radius to be 5. Anybody else? Anybody had the green or the blue? Okay, there's something else to do. So let me just continue. If you don't understand, let me know. So in this case, we're not trying to find the equation. They give it to us, and we have to find the center and the radius now. First thing you have to recall is the standard form of the circle. So x, somebody finish it for me. What's the standard form?
X plus h squared plus y plus k close bracket square equals radius squared.
Is equal to radius squared. Good job. Now we need to look at our values. H. Looking at the standard form, h would be equal to -5 in this case. So h is equal to -5. K would be equal to 1. That's just looking at the standard form and then looking at the equation they gave us. K, in this case, is equal to -1. R squared is 25. So R squared is equal to 25. However, we said center of the circle, center of the circle is not HK, it's minus H minus K. So if H is equal to -5, what's the value of -H? 5?
5.
5. And if K is -1, then minus K is -1.
Yeah.
Equal to -1. We said coordinates of the center is -H minus K. So that means coordinates is 5 minus 1. Looking at the radius now. R squared is 25. So if R squared is 25, what's the value of R?
5.
5. R is equal to 5. Square root of 25. Remember, there's no plus or minus because you can't have a minus length, a negative length. So square root of 5 is, square root of 25 is 5. And that is why your answers are C is 5 minus 1, so the center is 5 minus 1, and the radius is 5. Everybody understands that, right?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Yes, Miss.
All right, let's try another one. Do number 4 for me. It's similar to the third one.
Basically, start to call the answers, no?
Finish, let me know. You have answers for me?
Yeah, the answer would be 5 and -1. And
For
for
this
7.
question,
No, I mean, no, not 5. Like 4 and -1. My bad, sorry. 4 and -1.
okay, hold on, wait. So we have center, so just going to put C. 4 minus 1. And what you get for R?
4.1. But it's not exact.
So what's the exact one?
Would it just be 4? Oh, 4?
No,
17 over 4. 17 over 2.
no. Well, actually, the exact answer is 30 or 7. You understand that?
Yeah,
Okay,
miss.
so anybody else got these answers?
Yes, miss.
Yes,
Nice,
miss.
nice. Good job, good job, good job. All right, so let's just do this real quick. What am I doing? Okay. Let me just write this real quick. X is h squared plus y plus k squared is equal to r squared. So that means h is equal to -4, h is equal to -4, k is equal to 1, 1, r squared is equal to 17, r squared is equal to 17. But we know that the center is not hk, it's in the form minus h minus k. So, okay. Therefore, if h is -4, then minus h is equal to 4. If k is 1, then minus k is equal to -1. And if r squared is 17, that means that r has to be the square root of 17. Remember to leave it in the exact form unless told otherwise. That's why my answer is 4 minus 1. Radius is 317. Okay, also just a quick explanation. Oh no, what is this? Oh my gosh. Hold on there. We have one more example to do, and then we have to do something else. Just, oh shucks, no, we have two. Okay, never mind, we have two more to do. Number 5 for me, please. Let me know when you finish. Oh wait, why does -4 too? Okay, -4 too. Oh. Okay. Somebody asked me a question. What was it? It was x squared plus y squared. We know that the standard form is this squared plus y squared equals to r squared. Looking at the standard form, and then looking at the equation they gave us, we could say h should be equal to -4 is equal to -4. K is equal to 1 r squared is equal to 17. However, I don't know if you were here when I was explaining this, but the center, coordinates of the center, that's what they want you to find, eh? The center, they want the coordinates of the center, and then they want the radius. So just put that. The coordinates of the center is not hk, it's minus h minus k. Therefore, if you want to find the center, we don't need h and we don't need k. We need minus h and minus k. If h is minus 4, then minus h is equal to minus minus 4. And we know minus and a minus is a plus. So minus h is equal to 4. You get it now?